Hi, my name is Josh Evilsizor, and today I'm going to show you how to use Perplexity. Are you watching the right video? Well, if you want to know what the heck Perplexity is, and you're looking for the soup to nuts explainer, then yes. Questions answered in today's video. Perplexity. What is it? How do you use it? And why should you use it? First, some clarifications and redirects. This is video number 6 in our Big 4 AI Chatbot Explainer series. Please check out the first 5 videos, description below if you haven't already. We are skipping the examples covered in those videos that would otherwise be repetitive here, and we're diving right into Perplexity. So, Perplexity, what is it? Well, if Google's Bard is a Swiss Army knife, then Perplexity is the AI chatbot search multi-tool. At its core, it's an AI chatbot just like all the rest, Bard being ChatGPT, etc. But where Perplexity excels is its AI-powered search engine. This powers each of its unique capabilities. These include AI-boosted search, creating with AI-boosted search, planning with AI-boosted search, collaborative planning with Copilot and AI-boosted search, focused AI-boosted search, and finally, document summary and data analysis with AI-prompted follow-ups. And I'm going to show you how each one of these works. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So we are at perplexity.ai, and I'm going to ask the first question. Before I do that, I want to show you that if we click on the focus button here, we have a number of options. And we have currently selected, or the default selection is all. We are searching across the entire internet. So the first question, well, here's the scenario. I live in Ohio, and Snyder's peanut butter pretzels are nowhere to be found. Now I could search Google, and I could comb through results and eventually find some peanut butter pretzels. Or I could just come here to Perplexity, ask it one question, hit enter, and have the answer. And that's what I'm going to do. Again, it's the AI-boosted search to take us or fast-track us directly to the solution that we're looking for. You can see here I've got links. I can go on Amazon, Snyder's, Walmart, view 2 more, etc. I got a picture over here to confirm that's what I'm looking for. I got an answer right here telling me where I can go. And then over on the right-hand side, you'll also see I can search videos, which is pretty handy. Not for this particular use case, but in other cases. There's some great videos about Snyder's pretzels right here. And then if I had Pro, which I do not, I'm using the free version. All of these AI chatbots I'm previewing are all the free versions, so no money being expended. You could generate an image, but again, I'm not on the Pro version. And then you'll see some follow-up questions down here that I'm calling AI prompted follow-ups, and we'll talk more about those. Okay, next example that I got for you here is, all right, so I'm listening to Tim Ferriss the other day, and they bring up Seneca's Shortness of Life book, writing, essay. In any event, I'm like, okay, this thing it's been around a little while. There's probably a PDF floating around out there. Now, you could, back in the day, search Google using a Boolean search and typing type:/PDF and doing some other stuff to get zipped right to that PDF as well. So it's possible to use search to pull up a PDF. There's some creative searching, or I can just type it in here and hit enter. So I've got a number of options up here. You can see I'm linked down here, PDF of Seneca's at the following locations. Interesting, Ed Batista is the first result. I read his blog regularly. Great read. In any event, a number of options. Download the PDF from any of these sources. That is the answer we're looking for. It is the shortest route. We are fast-tracked to the solution. All right, show me another example, Josh. You got it. The last one here is I'm going to ask Perplexity IT problems, right? They're a dime a dozen if you're using a computer. My Wi-Fi driver stopped working. How do I find a new one amongst the millions of drivers potentially out there, right? And not find an erroneous driver. So I've asked it, please provide a link to download the Wi-Fi driver for a Dell with the 3 November 399 Whiskey 3, service tag. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and see what it does for us. You can download blah, 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 blah here at the Dell Intel Wi-Fi driver. This package contains a driver for various Intel wireless cards, blah, 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 blah. Takes me right there. Now, this solution you're looking at today is different than the one I got the other day, which took me to the Dell's website, to the spot where you type in your service tag, hit enter, and it gives you a list of drivers. So every time's different. It's not always perfect. I would tell you here, if I click on this, I don't know if it's going to take me to the right one, but it has in the past, and it has the propensity to be right. When I needed this, I did get the right solution. I can't tell you if this is the right one right now or not, but ultimately, super helpful when it comes to tech support and the AI boosted search. Okay, next we're going to talk about creating with AI boosted search, or ABS. That's my own made up word. You heard it coined here first. ABS. All right, so creating with AI boosted search. So the search I've put in here, and by the way, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to clear the screen, right? Because we know when you leave the chat running, it's going to be regurgitating or thinking about the conversation that you're having with it. So what I want to do is I want to start anew. There we go. And I'm going to ask it. And I took this right from the blog, Perplexity's blog. It's a great example. I didn't want to come up with my own I'm like, I'm not going to beat this one. So anyways, create a recipe that has 40 grams of protein and 5 grams of fiber using chicken and vegetables. Make it spicy. So you look in your fridge. This is the stuff you got. Hey, Perplexity, what can I make out of this? I want to make myself a spicy meal. I almost gave away the answer. So we're going to hit enter here. Look how fast that is. That's just incredible. All right, so create a recipe. That's what we asked it. We've got some sources here. We got some great pictures. Stuff looks good there. Spicy chicken and vegetable stir fry. I'm down. Here are the ingredients. Here are the instructions. You are fast-tracked to the solution, my friend. This is the way to go. All right, so we're talking about creating with ABS, or AI boosted search. All right, the next example, I think we're moving on from creating with AI boosted search to planning with AI boosted search. So what I'm going to do is, again, clear to start anew, right? And again, we are using still using the all focus engine. So we're looking over the entire web. This will be important in a minute, so that's why I emphasize that. All right, so plan a trip to Flagstaff, Arizona. Number of sources, of course. We have our answer. We have our itinerary. It's all very generic because I didn't give it a lot of parameters, but it's a great starting point. And again, what is really helpful are these AI prompted follow-ups down here. So APFs. Anyhow, a number of follow-up questions. You hit the plus sign, and you just start having the conversation. So start with one good question and just let the AI kind of take you down the rabbit trail of information. Okay, so we are simply using the planning with AI boosted search at this point. I'm going to come up here and start anew once more. And I'm going to go to the library this time. And what we're going to do is, and I could delete these threads if I wanted to. I'm not going to worry about that. But what we want to do is start a collection, because we are moving into the collaborative planning with Copilot, collections, and AI boosted search. We're doing all these things at once, and I'm going to walk you through them. So here's the collection we're starting. Push the get started button. We need to give it a title. So I'm just going to call this Arizona Planning, because we're going to go to Flagstaff, Arizona in this instance. The icon, mountains and sunshine. Description, I don't feel like I need to give it a description, but you could if you wanted to. And then AI prompt, this is helpful. AI prompt, and it's written, it says optional, you don't have to do this, but give instructions to the AI that affect every thread in the collection. So you are giving it a pre-prompt that is added to every other question that you ask. So in this instance, what I'm going to do is give it some specifics about what we're looking for. So what I've put in here, it says, you are a travel agent. Help me plan my trip around hiking, sightseeing, local food, craft breweries, and museums. So this will be in each prompt that I write as I conduct additional searches. And we can see that we've made it shareable, and I'll explain that in a minute too. So we're going to go ahead and create this collection. You can see it's been created, so we click on it, and now we can start searching. Again, we are still searching the entire web. All right, so the question we're going to ask is the same question we asked before, is plan a trip to Flagstaff, Arizona. Before I punch the enter key, I'm going to turn on Copilot. What Copilot's going to do is start asking me additional questions so that we can make this a narrower or more specific prompt to give us better answers. The quality of your life is dictated by the quality of your questions that you're asking yourself, right? So here we go. I think I've done everything correctly thus far. All right. Understanding the question. How long do you plan to stay in Flagstaff? Oh, great question. Yeah, certainly if I was going to be there 1 to 2 weeks, it would matter. But I'm not. I'm going to be there 1 to 3 days. So we're going to tell it 1 to 3 days. You've got the if other, please enter the number of days. So it's a fill in the blank right there. And then go ahead and hit send. Reading our response. And then what are your main interests for this trip? So in my prompt, you see all the things that I gave it. But our focus is going to be hiking. So I'm just going to select hiking and then send it. Now we're going to get some much more specific results geared towards exactly what we're looking to do. Again, sources as it is apt to provide. Here is day 1 of our itinerary of our 3-day trip. And you can see here it's focused on hiking because that's what we told it was going to be our focus. But it does include local breweries, food, sightseeing, museums, the other items that we listed in our prompt. So it's kind of leveling out the bubbles as you told it what is more important for this trip. Then, of course, there are some good related follow-up questions down here that you continue to click on and follow the rabbit trail. Over here, we could search videos, do some additional research and learning. And then if we had Pro, we could generate an image. I'm not sure why we do that for planning a trip, but you could do that. Finally, the ability to collaborate on this is what's really neat. So there's a share button up here. You can see there's multiple ways to share this on the socials. And then, of course, there is a share link that you can copy up here and just send it to your traveling partners, friends, and frenemies, whoever's going to work with you on this search or this planning. Now, when they get the link, they are going to be taken. So what you could do here, so this particular search that we've conducted was focused on hiking, so I can rename it. You can see where I've clicked up here, right? Underneath the Arizona planning title, so I've named it hiking. And when the link they get is going to take them to this dialogue right here, they will have the option to conduct follow-up questions or refining questions that you will not see. It'll be their own little search journey that they conduct. And of course, they can chat with you, however, on the things that they come up with, but you won't see it in your search. I thought that was how it would turn out, which would be kind of neat, but also might be annoying if someone's updating your searches. So I think they're doing it the right way there. But in any event, you can see the collection, and then you can see the thread that I've saved, and now you know how you can share it via this share function right here. All right, so we're going to start anew. We've covered the collaborative planning with Copilot and creating collections with ABS, or AI boosted search. Next, we're going to dive into this focus button that I keep talking about. So first we're going to pick academic, and it says here search in published academic papers. So we're going to select academic. You can see that it's on right here. So we're limiting our search to academic papers. And the first thing that we're going to search when we're looking through academic papers is attention residue. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. You can see that I left Copilot on, which I did not mean to do, but it didn't give us any follow-up questions, which is interesting. I don't know what dictates that. Maybe the thing we're looking for doesn't require it, but in any event, I'm going to turn that off for the next search. And you can see here we've got a number of links to academic journals. Attention residue is a concept in cognitive psychology that refers to the lingering thoughts or cognitive residue from a previous task. Multitasking is bad, and these articles will tell you why. All right, we've done academic. What's next? We don't want to do a follow-up, and we don't want it to consider this information, so we're gonna go ahead and start a new search. Breathe, Josh. Less coffee before the videos. All right, academic writing. We're going to skip this because I've bludgeoned this in all my other videos. If you haven't seen it, video description below, and watch any online tutorials on how generative AI can help you write. create, how it can assist you, how it can collaborate with you, how it can be a thought partner, how it can edit your work, how it can analyze your work, so on and so forth. Don't need to do that here. So we're moving over to Wolfram Alpha. All right, this is going to get a little spicy. So if you use Wolfram Alpha, the example I'm going to provide you right here is probably not going to be super helpful. This is just a general for the masses example because I'm not a math person. All I can tell you is that Wolfram Alpha does advanced math, does the advanced maths if you're from old England. And here's an example of some of the maths that Bard said would be a good thing to ask Wolfram Alpha. So we'll go ahead and ask Wolfram Alpha how to solve this problem, and we'll see what we get. The real root of the equation is approximately 1.36587. Great. I have no idea if that's right or wrong. There's a neat graph up here. We could search additional images, videos, and then there's some related follow-up questions down here. And that's all I'm going to give you with Wolfram Alpha because I don't want to embarrass myself anymore. All right. What is the next option? YouTube. This is just what you think. And this basically mirrors what Bard does, which is kind of neat. I didn't think there would be another option to do that. And as you know with Bard, the ability to summarize videos and other things is very helpful. And the first question we're going to ask it here is to please find the top-rated YouTube video on making pistachio ice cream. And I apologize if you've already seen my other video on pistachio ice cream. Here we go. Top-rated video. Here's an explanation. Here's a number of links over here. We could search additional images if we wanted to. That's not what we're looking for, though. And some additional follow-ups. But I got my own follow-up. So without even watching the video, we're just going to go ahead and have it provide us the list of ingredients and the instructions from the top-rated video that you provided. So we had it provide us a top-rated video. Now we're asking it to go ahead and list out the ingredients and give us instructions for creating this delicious pistachio ice cream. Here it is. Again, fast track to the solution. That's what this thing is all about. The last or close to last example here, our last example is Reddit. Had a little bit of trouble coming up with an example for why you'd want to search Reddit. I'm sure you've got some great ideas. Comments down below. The best one that I could come up with at the moment is, so this is a little bit divisive, so I want to be careful how I phrase or pose this. But, you know, if you're looking for both sides of a story, so try and perhaps counter your own biases. There's a lot of controversy as non-surprisingly, the situation in Gaza right now. So if you wanted to know, you know, hey, what are other people thinking that I don't see? What are my biases? So you could ask Reddit, what are people's thoughts on the war in Gaza right now? And you could, you know, get both sides of the story. As you can tell, I'm a little bit nervous typing enter, but it's going to give us, has evoked a range of thoughts and opinions. And of course, it's going to give us an array of those. You could read through this. And then what becomes helpful are these follow-up questions. Questions you might not normally ask that this AI has prompted you to ask could help you kind of see both sides of this situation, which again is very politically divisive. Images, videos, of course, up here you could click on to follow more or to follow the rabbit trail a little further. But I'm going to end here on the Reddit piece. The last piece, we just finished talking about focused AI boosted search. And the last piece we're going to talk about is the document summary and data analysis. And you're like, Josh, you've done this before, and you're right. With Claude, we can do very similar things, but there's a tweak on this one that I want to show you. So please provide insights on this brewery data. And so I need to go back to all, first of all, and now I need to attach. It's only going to allow me to attach a PDF. I can't attach images because I'm not paying for Pro. So I've taken a spreadsheet with brewery data, and I've turned it into a PDF, and I'm going to go ahead and upload that spreadsheet, and you can see here it's all set. This is the spreadsheet that I've uploaded. It breaks down by state, breweries, and then the leaning of those states, conservative, moderate, liberal, don't know, and then breweries per capita and the economic impact per capita of brewing. So it's all set up, and we're going to go ahead and click the Go button. And so it's going to analyze this document for us, which is, of course, very handy. And here are some of the insights from the document. Mississippi, California. What I find helpful is if you're looking at something and perhaps you don't even know where to start, these AI-assisted or prompted follow-ups can be very helpful. What is the economic impact? Which state has the highest number of breweries? How does the economic impact of breweries per capita vary across different states? Oh yeah, I'd be interested to know that. And so you can kind of find your way through this document or this data by allowing the AI to give you these prompted follow-up questions that could be perhaps more insightful than ones you come up on your own. So there you go. This is the document summary and data analysis portion of our little talk today. So what we're going to do is now we're going to go back to the beginning, and I'm going to ask the question that I always ask, which is Perplexity, why would you use it? Let me offer some ideas. Number one, as I've already explained, when you need a search multi-tool, or simply a default jumping off point for AI-boosted searches. So that single place to go to, right? Focused ABS, creating with ABS, collaborative planning with ABS, again, AI-boosted search, or document summary and data analysis with AI-assisted follow-ups when you don't even know what you should be asking. For those situations where, like, I don't even know where to start, right? If just one of these examples has resonated with you, start now. Start experimenting and get comfortable with this AI multi-tool. Not because AI will replace humans, but because humans that use AI will replace those that don't. Be the former, not the latter. Thanks for watching. If I have inspired you to try Perplexity, please let me know. Don't forget, lots of link goodness in the description down below. Please like, subscribe, share this with somebody else that would like it as well. As always, if you leave questions, I'll leave answers. Now please go and be productive.